Hello dear students, welcome back to my class. In the previous part, we had seen I Have a Dream. A public speech was spoken by Martin Luther King Jr. during the March of Washington March. He worked as a representative of Negro people and he spoke for the upliftment of his people, for the liberty, for the freedom, for the jobs, for the economic rights of Negro people. The discrimination which was going on his people, he condemned it. And during the march, which was held in Lincoln Memorial, Washington DC, around 250,000 people, supporters were gathered there, and Martin Luther King Jr. expressed his views, his perspectives. So today, let us continue where we had stopped in the last class. Okay? So, where we had stopped in the last class, Mr. King expresses that even after the 100 years of the proclamation of Emancipation Decree, even though the proclamation, the freedom of Negroes were given or were signed by then President Abraham Lincoln, was completely not gained by the Negro people. Even though they were the part of this country, even though they are part of America like other white people, but they haven't received the same rights which were enjoyed by the white people. So he expresses his grief here, which is 1, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th paragraph. In a sense, we have come to our nation's capital to cash a check. So this protest or this march, it's like collecting a cash by submitting our check. What does that mean? Let's see. When the architects of our republic wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, they were signing a promissory note to which every American was to fall heir. So, what does he say? He says, like, we have come here to get our rights. When we are going to bank, when we need money, monetary funds. So, what we do through a check, we mention certain amount of money on that check and submits in the bank, in respective bank, and what does we get? What do we get? We receives our money, we can withdraw our money only when we have sufficient funds, isn't it? If we don't have enough money or enough monetary funds in our bank account, what would happen? The check bounces back. I mean, the check returns back from the bank employee. Here, King expresses, what does he say? He says, when the architects of our republic wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution, Constitution is a backbone of every citizen because it has given the rights which is entailed to each and every citizen. They were signing a promissory note when the people who wrote these rights on Constitution, what they had done? They signed a promissory note in which every American was to fall heir. What does it mean, hair? Look at the spelling. This is not hair of your head. This is hair. Hair means Uttaradhikari. A person legally inherits and continues the work of a predecessor. Like as children are the heir of or an inheritor of their parents' property, right? So they are rightful legally. The children are the heir of their parents' property. In the same way, Constitution gives rights. What kind of rights? The rights of liberty, the rights of having jobs, the right of freedom. So all these are mentioned in the Constitution, which entail to each and every citizen. But this note was a promise that all men, yes, black men as well as white men, would be guaranteed the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Look at it carefully. This note was a promise. So, they had signed, the architects of the Constitution had signed and also written that this right or these rights are not only for white people but also the black people who are the part of the nation. What kind of rights are given? The unalienable rights. Unalienable means non-transferable. The non-transferable means you cannot transfer to another person. These rights are given to each person, each citizen. Rights of life, liberty, freedom, and the pursuit of happiness. Enjoying the life, having happiness. These all are written in the Constitution. It is obvious today that America has defaulted on this promissory note insofar as the citizens of color are concerned. It is very sad. Martin Luther King explains, it is obvious, it clearly can be seen that America has defaulted, lacked, LACKED, fell back on this promissory note insofar as the citizens of color are concerned. America has lagged back in giving or in providing these rights without regard of color, creed. only the white people are getting all these rights, the rights of liberty, the rights of life and pursuit of happiness, or job, economic rights, everything. Instead of honoring this sacred obligation, instead this, in each country, in every country, constitution is concerned as sacred. It has its own place, it has its own holy sacred place. So what does Martin Luther King says? He speaks that instead of honoring, by supporting, by providing all these rights, the country, the nation making partiality, discrimination between the white and the black people. America has given the Negro people a bad check. A check which has come back marked insufficient funds. See, just few seconds ago, I told you that if there is not enough money in our account, what does happen to a check? The check comes back to us by mentioning insufficient funds. Haven't you heard? Have you ever experienced this kind of situation in the bank or in anywhere? So, regarding black people, this check came back. This check came back as a insufficient funds. That means only white people has received all the opportunities, all the rights, whereas the Negro people lacked these opportunities, these rights. They were denied. But we refuse to believe that the Bank of Justice is bankrupt. Diwali. Diwali means declared in law as unable to pay their debts. Recently, we heard that some banks have gone bankrupt. They are unable to pay back the debts, the debt which they had taken. We refuse to believe that there are insufficient funds in the great walls of opportunity of this nation. Why should we refuse? Because the country has itself that dignity. Country has itself that power. It is written in the constitution of the nation. So here Martin says that We refuse to believe that there are insufficient funds in the Great Vault Dome. You could have seen in the churches or a mosque which have domes, arcs. So they believe that the country has the power to provide, to give all these rights without discriminating to its citizens. And so we have come to cash this check, a check that will give us upon demand the riches of freedom and the security of justice. So he believes that the country has that fund, sufficient fund of security of justice, security of freedom, right of freedom, everything the country has, the justice. They believe they will get it through their march, through their protest. We have also come to this hallowed spot to remind America of the fierce urgency of now. We have also come to this hallowed spot. Hallowed, greatly revered, sacred, honored, sacred, holy. Hallowed means a sacred place, a holy place. To remind America. What to remind? To remind the urgency. See, look at carefully the word now. See, it is end of the sentence, right? Then why should it mentioned in a capital letter? Think about this. To imply the importance of the situation. Fierce urgency of now. It is very important. It should be done quickly. This is no time to engage in the luxury of cooling off or to take the tranquilizing drug of gradualism. Gradualism means slowly. Today is this work, tomorrow is that. Like simultaneously, slowly, not urgently, not in an emergency. This is no time to engage in the luxury of cooling off. It is not right time to say or to pending work or keep it for tomorrow. No. This work should be done now itself. Tranquilizing, enjoying, pacifying ourselves by saying drug of gradualism. When you have headache or when you don't feel well, what would you do? You take a pill. When you have toothache or headache, what would you do? We take pills to pacify, to calm down the pain. So here he pressurizes the concept of postponing. Okay, let's talk today and we'll do the steps tomorrow. We'll do the procedure tomorrow. And tomorrow won't come. Would it? No, it won't come. Only today is there. Now is the time to make real the promise of democracy. So what democracy has promised should be done today. Not instead of postponing, instead of tranquilizing drug of gradualism, instead of postponing the procedure, the government should take care or should take serious decision regarding this matter. Now is the time to rise from the dark and desolate valley of segregation to the sunlit path of racial justice. Now this is the time to rise from the dark and desolate, barren valley of segregation. Valley, you know, Kanive Pradesha, a low area of land. Here what does the valley means? A low area of land between hills or mountains, typically with the river, flowing river, Kanive Pradesha. So and now is the time to rise from the dark and barren valley of segregation, painful separation. Who are living in this situation? The Negro people who are living in this dark and desolate valley of segregation, to the sunlit path of racial justice, to the sunlit path means to the better future. Now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksands of racial injustice to the solid rock of brotherhood. What does quicksands do? Quicksands, you know, the wet sand. If you go to the beach, you can see the sand which has water, loose and wet sand that yields easily to pressure and sucks in anything resting on it or falling into it. You can see if there is a quicksand, if you put the water, something, it takes into that, or if you put some things onto it, it swallows it, grabs it quickly. Here, quicksands means a dangerous situation, a bad situation from it is hard to escape. So now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksands of racial injustice. Racial injustice is going on, a bad situation from it is pretty difficult to come out of that situation. To the solid rock of brotherhood, we should come out of that racial injustice to the solid rock of brotherhood. Now is the time to make justice a reality for all of God's children. So, all are God's children, right? God has created all the people without making any differentiation. We consider ourselves, we are equal in the eyes of God. So, as the same way, it's the time to get justice to each and everyone. Same like God has given a beautiful life to all the people, all his children. It would be fatal for the nation to overlook the urgency of the moment. Fatal deadly, leading to failure or disaster. It would be disaster, neglecting this situation. Overlook, neglecting, failing to notice, disregarding. It is dangerous to the nation to disregarding the urgency of this moment. This sweltering summer, sweltering, uncomfortably hot, of the Negro's legitimate discontent will not pass until there is an invigorating autumn. Invigorating, making one feel strong, healthy, and full of energy. Autumn of freedom and equality. This sweltering summer, he compared to Negro's life. He compared Negro's life. A sweltering summer, like unbearable hot, uncomfortably hot weather, means his life has injustice. He doesn't has rights, economic rights. Negroes, they don't have enough jobs. So here Martin Luther King seeks the justice for his people. The sweltering summer of the Negro's legitimate discontent, dissatisfaction. They are legitimate. They are legally citizen. They are legal citizens of the nation of America. So they should get that autumn of freedom. What happened in the autumn? We can see the blooms everywhere, no? Vasanta Rutu. So that happiness they should get. The autumn of freedom and equality, the Negro people should get. 1963 is not an end but a beginning. So the speech was speaking in 1963. The speech was given in 1963. It is not an end but a beginning. And those who hope that the Negro needed to blow off steam and will now be content will have a rude awakening if the nation returns to business as usual. If the government thinks that Negro should be blow off steam, means he would be quiet. If the government thinks after this protester speech, if the Negro will stay calm and it will be forgetful, no, Martin says, no, will now be content. He will not. Will have a rude awakening. We won't live it here. We won't live here. And there will be neither rest nor tranquility in America until the Negro is granted his citizenship rights. See, here he firmly, very strongly says that if government takes this protest, this march is one among other march, this will pass, the people will forget. No, it would not happen. They will continue. We will continue other protest. There will be neither rest nor the peace of mind in America until each Negro would get his citizenship rights. The whirlwinds of revolt will continue to shake the foundations of our nation until the bright day of justice emerges. See, he clearly expresses, he clearly depicts that the whirlwinds, the tornadoes of revolt, of protest will continue to shake the foundations of our nation. There will be continuation of this protest until they get the justice. Let us stop here.